I had asked my sister, has she ever, you know, what numbers, I mean, at this point I'm trying to get anything out of her, you know, what number would she have or what number, you know, and yeah, I think she rattled off a couple different area codes that it could have been. I mean, it was...
Because she told you, the last thing she told you was that the last time she'd heard from Zenaida Gonzales was a private number with an area code 954. Is that correct?
Sure. I don't know, when are you reading off of? It's Which would have been, you know what I mean, there have been hundreds of conversations in numerous settings, so I want to be accurate for you.
I appreciate that. But Casey told you that during this month period that she had been having cell phone conversations with Zenaida Gonzales. One from an area code 321 and one from an area code 354. Or 954.
954.
Yeah.
If that's what was said in the transcript, then that's correct. If I've previously said that, I can't recall. See, at this point, if Casey has said I physically spoke to her.
Had you ever heard? Did your mother ever threaten to go to court and try to take custody of Caylee from Casey?
Not to my knowledge.
Have you ever heard that?
After the fact?
Yes.
Not directly from like a horse's mouth, not from my mother, or not from my father.
What horse did you hear it from?
Bullcrap horses, excuse my French, but media and friends and, you know, and people that I wouldn't put any stock into what they're saying.
Did you ever ask your parents, your mom or your dad, did you all ever say to Casey, look, your lifestyle is such, we're going to have to go and try to get custody of this child?
No, because her lifestyle wasn't such where that would warrant that to my, you know, in my opinion. And
did you ever in the months leading up to, let's say, June 15th, did you ever break up a physical altercation? And I'm tracking down things, and so
I understand.
A physical altercation between your mom and Casey?
No, I've never broken up a physical altercation between my sister and anybody.
Okay. So you never. Well, how would you describe your mom's relationship with Casey prior to June 15th?
Objection relevant, but go ahead and answer.
Strong. You know, it's a mother-daughter relationship. So I mean, there's you know, you've got your things that you fight over, just like a father and son fight. You know, a mother and a daughter fight. I mean, that's just kind of the normalcy. I mean, my mom's the caregiver, and she wants to do everything that she can, and a lot of times she's a little overbearing and she does too much, but she's the best because of that. So, but you know, they love each other unconditionally. I mean, that's very obvious.
When you were having this MySpace communication regarding Zenaida, you said you had some MySpace communication regarding Zenaida?
Casey said that her communication was too long.
Oh, yeah.
Either like a MySpace or like via email. She's just always referred to it like as the internet. You know, that she'd have communications through the internet.
So Casey told you that she had communications with Zenaida through either MySpace or the internet?
Yes.
And that was from June 15th through July 16th?
Yeah, that's exact. Or yeah, leading July 15th, leading up to all this going on. Yes, I don't know the you know how frequent and all that kind of stuff.
And what was the content and the nature of those communications?
To my knowledge, it was more of you know. Let me think here. Okay, there's actually something that's worth mentioning prior to getting into this, because it'll just explain it, hopefully. Casey's password on MySpace and I believe Yahoo at the time, like her email address, was Timer55, Timer 55.
What did that mean?
Well, that was foreign to me, too. It just seemed like a weird password. I had asked Casey what that meant.
What did she say?
Now, Casey said, eventually she just kind of, I asked her originally, I believe either in like a jailhouse call or something. I'd asked her in a forum once and she just kind of wrote it off. I later asked her in August, or it was when she was out. She told me that was when, or I was able to find out that was the amount of time that, like, someone reset Casey's password to timer 55. Someone put that as her password.
Who?
She's claiming whomever had Caylee, that Zanny would have done that.
How?
I don't know. Would have had access to her account previous to that. I don't know. But had reset her password for her email and for her MySpace to timer 55 and told her.
And told her she had done this.
That this is your new.
So
she still needed to check. She still had access to her page and stuff.
Zenaida told her she had reset the password.
Yeah, or somehow, right. Somehow that's how, I don't know the logistics on how that, how that conversation would have happened, but that her password is timer 55. Casey's says that the.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Shoot.
What did timer 55 mean? What did she tell you later?
I'm getting ready to tell you that right now.
Okay.
Casey said that timer 55 was the amount of time that this person was going to have Caylee before she returned her. This is creepy. It gave me chills the first time. If you count 55 days from July 15th, you get August 9th, and that's from June 15th. You get August 9th, and that's Caylee's birthday. So, I don't know.
Was Casey's password timer 55 before, or are you saying to me that Zenaida Gonzales changed it to timer 55?
Casey says that, I don't even think Casey ever even said specifically that Zenaida changed her password to timer 55. She said it was changed to timer 55. I think I'd more or less just assumed that it was whomever had Caylee, and Casey always said that Zenaida did. However, one other person knew about timer 55 as her password, and that was Jesse Grund. And how that came up was I was tracking down all of Casey's like photo websites, and she has like 3 or 4 of them that she was on, and one of them was brought to my attention, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out what the password was. I want to go in there and delete her account, because at that point everything's sensationalized in the media and it's just out of hand. I was trying to get all that stuff off the site for her.
When you went to that site, were you reading some of the communications between her and Zenaida Gonzales?
I've never been able to find any communication between anybody that I would think
when you went into the MySpace to clean it up.
I'm going to object. Can you just answer the question? I don't think you answered fully. Did he?
Yeah. When you went into the MySpace to clean up,
yeah,
you were obviously looking for communications between Zenaida and Casey, correct?
Yeah, everything had been deleted from the middle of the beginning of April until, it was the end of April. From the end of April all the way until July 3rd, when my sister realized that night on July 3rd that's how I tracked her down, was through Facebook and MySpace. The next day, everything, like that whole page, comments were deleted, messages were deleted. There's nothing. It looks like there was no activity, which is, that's not the case.
Did Casey delete it?
She claims that she did not.